Oh, we're back. Yay. Okay. All right. So let me see what we got going on here. Because I am pretty sure. Hmm. Oh, yeah, that thing. That was interesting. I don't want to deal with that no more. Okay. I'm trying to get my thing pulled up. Hold on. So I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I want to make sure that Ugh. I'm sorry, guys. I'm yawning like crazy. I can't help it. All right, so there is a reason that I'm doing this. One, because I'm up so early, and two, because yes, it's an actual reason. All right, so I already yesterday went a buttload through my list. Now I'm going to do it again. Wait, Great Lakes steamer. When did I download this thing? Is this really a Great Lakes steamer? It looks so small. Probably why it is so small is because of the fact it is a Great Lakes steamer. All right. Yeah, these are games that I'd honestly. Oh my god, why is it so difficult? Here it is. All right, so I know I was about halfway yesterday, so here's one that I haven't messed with in a while. I don't even know if it works. Very nice vessel, as you can see. Obviously, it's a cargo vessel. Most of the cargo would probably go in the back on that. Half of these I won't. I probably haven't messed with in a good long while. Scout class electric submarine. That's a monstrosity in and of itself. Hmm. Here's one. This, if I remember correctly, was meant to be like a tugboat. For what, I don't know, so don't ask. Here we go. A, a passenger ferry. Now, this thing actually looked really cool. I don't remember ever using it though, so I thought it looked really cool at least. Obviously, as you can tell, the doors are really weird. But this is an older vessel. Looks cool though. I'll probably end up doing some railroads online in a little bit. Great Lakes Freighter. It's an old one apparently, from what they're saying. It's very nice though. I like it. Like a lot of these vessels, guys, like once I get down to a certain area, they are old. They probably don't crank up anymore. You know what? I got a buttload of HL Hunleys. Let's check a lot of these out right quick. Just spin them right around. Don't ask me why I have so many of them because I couldn't tell you. So I have that one. I have this one. And as you can tell, they're all different. Now, the HL Hunley, the story behind it is really interesting. So, what they basically did to it, or with it, is they built it off of a boiler, if I remember correctly. It was like built off of a boiler. And the crew basically were like, okay, yeah, totally, this makes sense. And if I remember correctly, it had already went through like 2 or 3 crew. And then I think the designer was finally like, you know what? Obviously, y'all don't know what y'all are doing. So I'll take it out. I'll do what I have to do. I'll use it. So he takes it out and they successfully sink a ship. The wreck of that ship is actually still out there, if I remember correctly. Um, it's still out there and everything. And, um, the saddest part is, if I remember correctly, in all the excitement, they accidentally left one of the hatches open or something like that. And the submarine filled with water. It filled with water, and there was nothing that they could do. Nothing. It slowly filled, and they drowned. Now, in the movie that they made about it, H.L. Hunley, um, it was different. In the movie, they tried to play it off that it was one dude that did it. They basically killed them all or whatever. And it was because of high waves and stuff like that, I think, was what that really did it. Or no, it wasn't high waves, it was because the ship started shooting at them, is what it was. Now, I'll give a perfect example of why this vessel failed so much. As soon as I find the lights. Because here's the bilge pump, right? Reverser. Hold on, I gotta find the lights. Float lamps, here we go. Because here's the pilot. Dive plane's throttle, okay? So.
Oh, was my mic muted?
Yes.
Jesus, how you doing, man?
Can't complain.
Was you playing stormworks?
Yeah.
I'm currently watching a movie. I think you've seen it before, honestly.
I know I have. It's a good movie.
I didn't even tell you what it was called. I'm just messing.
Talk about the Hunley, I hope.
No, T-34 movie.
Oh. Yeah, I've watched that one
Actually,
too.
really good. I like it. Seemed like you just woke up, did you?
Basically, yeah. So to give everybody an idea on what I mean by the high waves and everything sinking this thing. If they left the hatch open, as you can tell, the submarine began to sink. That's exactly what happened. The submarine. Oh my lord, I hate when it starts doing this. Bro. So we are now probably falling to the bottom of the ocean, and I can't even get to the bilge pump because the fat freaking thing ain't wanting to. Alright, so they could have pumped the water out, but with as much water as is in there, probably wouldn't have done them no good. Yeah, so we're on the bottom of the ocean right now. As you can tell, there's like a really soft spot that you have to grab. There it is. Okay. Now, let me grab these and save them because I like these trains and stuff like these. I think they're really cool. I saw another one, so let me grab that one. There it is. And then we'll just call this one as one as well so that it's just easier to label. Obviously, it's not one, but it makes things easier. We have a lot of stuff. Ooh, what is this? Oh, it's cool. HMT Steyr. So somebody made like three different variants of that. I'm gonna have to try those out here in a second. That one too. See, half of these I haven't even tested out yet, so we'll do that here now. So let me. All right, now Obviously, it's a very small vessel, which will increase the multiplayer friendliness, obviously. So we got that one. We have the hospital ship version, which looks like it's been elongated. Nope, it's the same length. Never mind. And then we also have the regular version over here. Now, personally, for me, I like the regular versions of all these vessels. It's one of the things that a lot of people, I don't think really like. I like the idea of converting vessels if they're needed. Hello, Cooper. How are you? But sometimes I feel like it's needless to convert a buttload of vessels over. I mean, look at this battleship. Like, that's very small. I actually like that. That was cool. I like how small that is. That's cool. Mini ocean liner. Wow, that is small. Look at that. That's a small ocean liner. I wasn't kidding when they said it was small. Here's one that I haven't messed with in a while. Dear Lord. That's one that could use some sails. I need to go back through my list and just go all the way down one day and grab like some really old vessels and just spawn them in. Look at this. Look at the work in progress aircraft carrier. Bro, that looks awesome. I love how small it is. Dude, that is a compact aircraft carrier and it has working machine guns and everything. Dude, that is a multiplayer friendly aircraft carrier right there. Dude, that's perfect for, oh, me and the guys are going to have to use that. I need to write that name down. Let me grab a piece of paper. Work in progress carrier. Damn it, my Bible bag in my cup, and that's where all my pens are. Son of a biscuit. What the ironclad monitor looking thing is this? The broken version of the vessel. I love the fact that people say, oh yeah, this version's broken, and they don't bother to fix it. It's like, then fix it, you know? Don't just say, oh yeah, I uploaded it to the workshop. Let me go edit it and tell people that it's broken so that they don't use it. Okay, now fix it. It's no longer an issue. And a lot of people were doing that when the Space DLC came out, because apparently that's what was breaking a lot of things. And oh, here's one that we could use in multiplayer. That would be interesting. Only thing is it doesn't come with anti-air, so like it wouldn't be as fun as that small one. Yeah, I'll definitely be using a lot of these. You guys are gonna have to look forward to that. Oh, there's another one that I'm gonna have to add. Dang it. I have like a buttload of little boats and stuff that we're gonna have to use eventually. But we'll check out this one first. Since it's the original one, we'll check it out first. So, we'll start here at the front. Let me go see if this thing has lights first. It should, considering, but here we go. It's supposed to be a lifeboat? These lifeboats are crazy looking. Obviously, this is like a tender type of vessel. It's not really meant to be like a naval vessel, but I like the attention to detail that they put into it. Okay, so we got a decently sized cargo hold, an anchor room. Either that or they never worked on the interior. And it looks like they never worked on the interior because this is a very horrible looking boiler room. Yeah, they just never worked on the boiler room. That's all that is. I've never seen somebody not work on a boiler room before. That is sad. So there's no interior on this vessel at all, is there? Crew cabins. The scuttle buttons. Stern sinking, bow sinking, light. Okay, so I love the fact that he has it like linked where the scuttle is. That's nice. We'll obviously scuttle it, but we're going to check it out first. So this is obviously crew cabins, and you can't get any access to anything else, so that's weird. You don't have anything else on this vessel except for crew cabins? Really? The grand staircase. Wow. And you don't even have a light button in here? Dude, this is a very minimalistic ship. I'm honestly disappointed. It says engine room lights. What engine room? There's no engine room. It's just borderline disappointment. Like, there's no interior to this vessel at all. Like, look at it. There's no seats. There's, like, nothing here at all. I am so disappointed with this vessel. I've never been disappointed with a vessel before, but this is a disappointment. Like, what is this? Well, I bet I have to have infinite fuel on. Yeah, I had to have infinite fuel on. Some of these ships have to have it. I'm so mad at this boat, I'm gonna sink it. Let's see if the lifeboats are even functional, or did they forget to do that too? Wow, those actually don't even work either. Oh, so this one doesn't even bother to swing out. Look at that. So yeah, this whole side of this boat's broke. Oh well. No big deal, right? Just push this sucker over the side. Be free, passengers. Pretty sure I just killed those passengers too, but oh well, who cares? Please do that. I got my own lifeboat. Ain't that cute? This thing a while to sink. Oh, there's a lifeboat in the back too. At least this thing comes with decent safety measures. I mean, you know, they're not letting everybody die, you know. Although I think with the method that they're using to sink the ships, they're not going to sink because for some reason, ever since they did the whole door thing, like it has not worked. Okay, so this is the hospital variant of this vessel. Okay, so nothing new on the interior here, obviously. Yeah, they're not going to do anything new to the interior. Not if they don't have to, you know? As I said, a very minimalistic... Oh, fudge cake. But we do have extra lifeboats back here. Two more, or one more extra there. And that looks about like it. Just one more extra thing. So, crew cabins, probably with the scuttle button. I had to guess. Let's see what's inside. Now, there better be some, like, beds and stuff. That's what I thought. I was about to freaking say, it better be some freaking beds and stuff in here. This is a legit hospital ship. That I can deal with, yes. Now, this one has a main battle cannon on the front, and I like the way that they did it. They extended the front out. So, what's the difference with everything else, though? And see, these are the kind of ships that I can deal with. The ones that have, like, the ability to change things around, but it's, like, not really that big of a change. But yeah, that's cool. I like all three of those. It's just that I don't like the fact that it's so minimal as far as the design. I hate when that happens. There we go. Alright, now I need to find... Alright, so get rid of these. Alright, how far down on the list is that at? Okay, so it's about halfway again. So I'm going to spawn these in next. These are really cute little vessels. I think you guys are really going to enjoy them. I have like a buttload of these that I downloaded. Like there's bigger ones like this one. There's smaller ones. And they're all spawnable, if I remember correctly. They are all spawnable via the regular spawner. I had like a buttload of them. Like I think this was one of them. Yeah, I think that was one of them. Um, this was one of them. As I said, very minimal. Built for multiplayer, nothing too crazy. And you had this one. I thought that one was pretty cool. We'll check all these out in a sec. But first I gotta get those ones that I'm gonna use for okay, so there's another one. Dear God, how many trains with tracks did I download? That was so really weird. Not even funny. But yeah, like there's a lot of these out there. The sea mine thing is, got some Pullman coaches. If you guys ever want to see me build a train in this game, y'all gonna have to let me know. Because that's gonna be something that I'm gonna have to do way later. If that's something y'all want to see. Like I can do it, like I have no problem doing it. It's just that, if you want to see it, y'all guys gotta let me know. Because I can definitely build like a really good, like I've got a buttload of stuff for trains in this game that we could use. Like I've got like a buttload of locomotives and stuff that we could for sure use. Speaking of trains, I think since I've been playing this for the past couple of days, I think I'm gonna take a break from it here in a sec. Um, and I'm gonna go get my Railroads Online server going. It is a multiplayer server, so if you would like to join, you're quite literally welcome. I'm gonna go through and make sure that I'm not missing any other train track thingies. I got like a really weird like steampunk. Oh wow, so that's like one that I'd have to spawn in order to use. Save 25. So remember that so that we can use that later. I've never had one of those that couldn't be spawned in via this thing, so that tells me that's a big boy if you gotta do it like that. I used to have like I still have a buttload of U-boats and stuff, but um oh wow, look at that. HMS, HM, MS, like I think these are all the same vessel, but they changed them up. A merchant cruiser. Yeah, it's the same vessel, just three different camos again. I love it when they do that. I really do. Like I love the idea of people taking those old like vessels and stuff. And guys, I'm telling you now, if I could, I'm being completely honest. If I could do building in stormworks, like I've tried it before, and it ended up looking so blocky. I couldn't do anything with it. I tried, and it looked so horrible. I was disgusted with it. So I just decided not to mess with it again, and I haven't messed with it again since. I'm thinking about doing a hardcore mode or rogue mode or something like that where I have to build stuff so that I can kind of teach myself how to build so that I can start building things, but I don't know if I'm going to or not. It depends on if you guys want to see it or not. And that would mean, by the way, um, that I would have to build the hull, I would have to build the engine and everything. Now, personally, I don't see why I couldn't, but I don't know. It'll be something that I'm going to let you guys decide whether or not you want to see me do something with it. And if I do something with it, it'll be like a multiplayer type of thing where it'll be like the both of us will build something and then we'll show it to one another and we'll be like, all right, which one do you like the most? And then we'll basically use whichever one works better for whatever we're going to do. And we'll kind of make it like a challenge. Dear Lord, how many of these tractor things did I download? Dear Lord. I had to look at that one because that looks like one of the older things. Dear Lord, look at this. There's more of these things. I'm up to like 20 now. Why? Why did I save so many of these things? Like, I get they look cool, but dear Lord, what was I thinking? Oh, those are really cool ones too. I like both of those. They're the same vessel, one's just an experimental version, but I think it was really cool. Okay, the rest of these are like cars and stuff. Yeah, because I had like a buttload of cars and stuff that I was downloading at one point. Alright, let me go and find what I was looking at that I wanted to check out. Um, and then I'll get a Railroads Online going. Also, I gotta see how big this thing is right here. Okay, so this thing, dude, does this thing not remind y'all of like the, dude, this thing really reminds me of that German, um, ship. Like, it looks really good though. I like it. It'd be something cool to see in action, I think. It's really good too. Weird steam train. That looks weird. Is it on tracks? No, that is on actual rails, so we can't use that, even if we wanted to. But here's another gunboat mine layer thing. It's different from that one, so we'll check it out. I'm gonna cause my game to explode. Y'all know that, right? And I'm pretty sure I know what's been going on that's caused the game to explode recently. Um, I think my computer's starting to run hot after certain amounts of time. Because it's the only thing that makes sense to me. Because normally it runs great. And now all of a sudden it's starting to randomly crash the game. Like it still runs afterwards. It just crashes stormworks a lot. Like stormworks crashes a lot. Okay, I thought this thing would have more on it. I don't want to use that. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to save this as alright, we're going to ships to check out. And then I am going to go on ahead and save this. Obviously, nobody's going to join. All of that is saved now, by the way. I think sometime in the next week or so, I want to do something different other than doing a constant War Thunder stream every night. I did add a thing asking people if they wanted to see Railroads Online make a comeback on the channel. And so far I've gotten a vote, so let's see what we can do. Also, the background is in celebration of Zootopia 2 finally coming. I was going to use the I was going to use the one background that they have, but host a server, doing Pine Valley. Alright, so it's private. Password is just Wolf with a capital W. Multiplayer position or permissions are all on. For some reason, they still haven't fixed that. If they're off, they're on. If they're on, they're off. Don't ask me. Yeah, I love how they're able to get like really cool cinematic shots. And then I'm like, how the flip do y'all manage to do that? Like, I love that paint scheme on that one. That actually looks really good. The black on like the silver looks really good. I might actually get that camo. So the reason I chose to play Pine Valley again is because of the fact that Pine Valley is one of those classic maps that not a lot of people play anymore because they have bigger and better maps now. And in my opinion, I feel like Pine Valley is just a classic map. So I was like, okay, well, let me just grab Pine Valley and I'll play it again. And that's what I did. I started playing Pine Valley, and now we're going to have to go get water for this thing, but we'll be fine. Hold on to your butts, because here we go. As you can see, I'm broke right now at 60 bucks. I'm going to pull in, get some water for this thing. And right now, Betsy and this one's called Millie here. These are the only two locomotives that I have in operation. They are the only ones that I have. So the plan is instead of doing like I did before where I'm just like switching between, the plan is is to go through the menu and buy every locomotive next. So, like, I have this one, so the next one's going to be this one. Then I'll go to this one. Then I'll go to the Mason Bogey. Then I'll go to the next one, then the next one, then the next one. And it'll just keep doing that instead of just, oh, I want to get the most expensive locomotive that they have. I'll just keep getting the next locomotive so that things, because with that, it'll allow for me to have different locomotives that have different pulling powers. Like, because we all know the Shay is painfully slow in Railroads Online. That is the one reason that people don't like using it. So I'm planning on putting the Shay to work on the logging railroad here. That's going to be its job. Its job is going to be to go get the logs and transport them back. That's going to be its job. Betsy and Millie will probably be put in a shed somewhere and not really left to rot, but left to rest because of the fact that they're probably going to be running the railroad for quite a long time until we can get up enough cash to get Montezuma, because once we get Montezuma, the plan is to get the railroad cars that we need for hauling the planks and stuff to the iron ore mine. That's the plan for it. Holy crap, we're gonna swing by that like crazy. Yep. I might, just for the sake of making things a little bit faster, I might put Montezuma to hauling logs. But, once we get the Shay, obviously the roles will switch and Montezuma will be hauling up to the iron ore mine until we can get the Mason Bogey. Then the Mason Bogey will be doing that job. And for those of you wondering, what are your plans for like the Climax and the Heisler? The Climax will probably be doing exactly like what the Heisler does. They both will be hauling to different steep grades so that the other locomotives don't have to. I'm hoping to get the bigger locomotives. Now, obviously, everybody knows the big locomotives are going to be really, really hard on this map to use because of the fact that we'll basically get there with no issue. So it's going to make everything kind of boring. But I feel like what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and work on getting all the stuff done with this map, like completely completing it, collecting all the trains and engines on this map, and then I'll go to the next map and we'll do the same thing, and we'll just constantly do that so that we're having fun in every map. Now, I already have the biggest map is already I already have a thing on that, so I'm just going to use that old save when I do that map, and we'll just start off where I left off on that. And I've kind of made a decision that as far as the farming industries go, guys, I'm not messing with that stuff. It just doesn't make you enough money to really bother with. So, it's just a waste of time. If I'm being honest, it really is. And, wasting time is not something that I have time for, So, yeah. I meant to change but we're calling this Wolf Valley Railroad. I remember when I first did my first playthrough, though, I think I remember calling it Cherokee Mountain Railroad. That was what I called it because of all the mountains and stuff. But since it's Pine Valley, I decided to call it Wolf Valley Railroad, so that's going to be the name of the railroad for this one. So, basically it'll always depend on where we're at as to, like, Aurora Falls will be Wolf Falls, and then, like, everything will have something to do with a wolf or a Cherokee, so... Holy crap, did y'all see that log get tossed? Alright, let's toss the regulator here. I have to run to the restroom. I'll be right back. Dear Lord, is it still moving? Alright, well. Alright, good. We have just enough to get a train car. That is sad that I can only afford one train car. Oh my god, I hate when it does that. So, that is one bug that they still haven't fixed yet, is sometimes when you click on certain ones, it still doesn't do the right thing. Okay, why did you spawn all the way over here? That was stupid. Anyway. But now we have, I think it's like 6 cars. So, the plan is every train is going to haul about 10 cars of stuff. The reason I say 10 is because 10 is a decent load. Now, obviously, once we get into the bigger locomotives, I'll add more. But for this map, I don't feel like we're going to need any more than that. This map, I feel like just 10 cars of whatever should be enough. Now, once we get into the bigger maps, we'll obviously, do more. But for those of you who are wondering, this is how much stock this thing costs. Now, I'm planning on getting a better smokestack, which, as you can see, adds 75. I don't want that paint job, but I do want the black paint job because I think it looks nicer. We don't want the quality. We do want a headlight, though. I might get the regular one, though, but I don't know, we'll see. I'll let you guys decide on that. But that's going to be the price tag that we're going to have to go for with this locomotive. So it is a very expensive locomotive to try and get. And then we have, after that, oh, it did it again. We have the Shay, which, for those of you who are wondering, the only difference between the Shay is really the smokestack. Now, personally, I've kind of looked at all the smokestacks and stuff, and if I'm being honest, I like this one the most because of the fact that it's actually more realistic to the ones that we see on them nowadays. So, that one, obviously, and then for the headlight, I'll use that one. And then the paint, basically all they're doing is taking off a buttload of stuff, so I'm just going to leave it the same. But you see what we're going to pay for that. So it's honestly cheaper, or only slightly more expensive. So we're going to be paying about the same amount for both engines. So, yeah. And then the Mason Bogey, I'll tell you guys now, the only thing I have an issue with the Mason Bogey is the fact that it runs on coal. And a lot of engines that run on coal are not very viable to get early on in the game. Because once they run out of coal, you can't use them again until you get access to the coal. So, I'm telling you now, we're going to have a backup for the iron ore mine. Which, hence, is why Montezuma will be running to the iron ore mine until we get the Mason Bogey. Because once the Mason Bogey runs out of coal, that'll be what the Montezuma does again, until we can get another locomotive to replace it. But the thing that kind of aggravates me, and I'll show you guys here in a second, they make it to where the coal is like really difficult to get to. Like, it's not hard to get it, it's just hard to get to because of the fact that you have to get like iron rails and you have to have beams. Now the beams are easy to get because like it's one of the first things you unlock in the game. But the iron rails, you have to go to the iron ore mine and then you have to deliver cordwood as well. And guys, let me tell you, cordwood is one of the most annoying freaking things to try and deal with in this game, because the fact that instead of them making the platforms even like they should have, they make it to where you have to do switching in order to do anything with it. And I hate it. I hate trying to do switching with the cordwood. That's why I try not to do it. And I'll show you what I mean when I say that. So this is the line we were just using. Here's the sawmill. This map is not very big. Now, we could build a line that goes over the mountain over here, but it would be useless. So here's the line that they make. As you can see, they make it split off. And it looks like they make it go into two. Ooh, I like how they make it go over the rocks. That's a really cool thing. I like the little town that they put over here, too. That's really cool. So here is the iron ore mine, or the cordwood area that I'm going to have to deliver to. As you can see, they only have enough area here for probably about 4 cars in each line here. So that's 8 cars. Now like I said, I want to deliver 10. So it's going to make things a lot more difficult. So there's that, and then they have like a whole roundhouse section here. So yes, I could put more cars here. What's the use in doing all that when I could just take this, warp it over a little bit, and just make a line that just goes up and over slightly, and make it go over the iron ore and make it end over there. Like, it would be so much easier. And I honestly think that'll be something that I do modify, just so that it's a little bit easier to deliver the iron ore, or the cordwood. But as you can see, they make it to where, I love the little town that they have right here. That's really cool. I remember somebody apparently put the gold mine out there one time. They put the gold mine out here. And they were like, yeah, this will work. And then they tried it, and it was like really a big pain. They ended up having to delete, I think, that town. But so the way that we're going to have to do this is, once we get the beams and the planks, we have to go get the cars that we need, which is going to be a big, big thing. They must have added a feature where you can add rocks, because I don't remember you being able to build all this stuff. Like, the rocks looks new, to be honest. Yeah, those are new, I think, honestly, guys. But anyway, so we're gonna go through here. It honestly looks cool, though. I like it. We have to go through here. We have to go over this massive bridge that's unrealistic completely. And we have this like really cool looking shed area that has a water tower. Well, actually, it has a water tower, a coal tower, and everything that we need, right? We have to go through here, through these trees. Another freaking, what are they doing? But we have to go around the mountain. Like this is like one of the cool. They've modified this because this isn't in the base game. They've modified it, but we have to go over here, and this is where we deliver the beams and the planks. Now, as you can see, they've got it to where it does have kind of a loop that they have that you can use, but it's like a backing up loop. Now, obviously, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to go straight on back, which means we're going to have to go down this way. Also, that train is probably waiting on us to get back, so we're going to go straight on this way, on down this way, on down. See, this is actually the route they want people to take, but people like started taking it, but they found it was really annoying, so they stopped taking it. And you go on this way, and see, then you got this little area right here. It has little switches and stuff. And then this is where it's going to get confusing for people. Because if you're not careful, you can end up here. Now, I think if you go up here, yes, it's like a little shortcut, and you can end up right where you need to be, and you can just go right back to where you're going. Hello, guest. Yeah, so yeah, I'm going to do that, obviously. Now, when we go to deliver to the iron ore mine, or the smelter here, it's going to be a lot harder for us because what we're going to have to do instead is we're going to have to use this this Y section or whatever it is they built, and we're going to have to go this way. And we're going to have to try not to fall down the mountain here, and we're going to have to go down here, go all the way here, and go down. Now, obviously, I'm going to have a train by that time that'll haul the cord, the iron ore down here. Like, I'm just going to have a train that does that. That way it's a little bit easier. And, of course, we'll haul it back out. So that's that route. And then once we do all the iron ore stuff and everything, the only other thing that's really over here that we have to work on, like I said, is the coal mine. And if I remember correctly, the coal mine is actually the next step because everything else depends on coal after that. So we have to quite literally get to like 3 other places before we can even get, and we're including the coal mine in that. We have to get to 3 other places before we can even get to the coal itself. So it's going to be a very big pain for all of us if anyone ever freaking joins me, that is. Anyway, so let me get this train a-moving. And brakes. You know, the sad thing, I only have like 4 more cars that I have to purchase, and then I'll have all the train cars that I need for this load, and then I can start making money off of this load. Pretty decent money, too.
How much do they cost?
200. 200 a piece for these cars. Well, compared to the other one, compared to the other ones that it costs like 300, I think it is. Like it only hauls like 1 less than the other one. So I think it's a good deal. Like if, you know, losing like
Second.
like if I'm only having to pay like 100 less for losing one log, that I can deal with because I think these logs only pay like $10 a piece anyway. So it's like, I'm not really losing too much, and I'm saving money by using them anyway. So just gonna hope little Betsy can pull it, or excuse me, little Millie, because that's what we're calling it.
Bigger angel.
I would if I had the money.
Oh.
I'm working on it. Well, no, right now I'm actually working on trying to get a more cars so that I can get a bigger engine, but
No, I'm searching like what 460 means in standard terms.
do I have the setting on that allows for time and weather? Yes, it's dynamic weather, 30 minutes. Oh, okay, so it's on. Day cycle, on. Sure.
I need to figure out the right notation. That's the method of...
Here we go. Hold on to your butt, because here we go. We're going fast.
If he isn't sweet enough. It's on sweet night.
Cha-ching! Oh. There we go. Now we're ready to go. And grab these suckers right there. And we'll be ready to go. Yeah, yeah, it sounds like you kind of deserve that black eye, bud. No offense, but yeah, you deserve that.
Sorry, someone deserves a black eye for what reason?
If you'd look in the stream, you'd understand.
Well, I can't look at stream right now. Forever because, well...
Because, well, what?
I'm on a phone and my phone is set for, like, you know how parental control can use and stuff. It doesn't allow me to see live streams on YouTube. Which is sad.
And you're how old now?
40.
Bro's parents are a little overprotective. To make a long story short, the dude said that his neighbors are getting a divorce because his wife is basically jealous because of his Star Wars collection. And he said, may divorce be with you. And he goes, I'm currently nursing a black eye. So yeah, I'm assuming that he got punched in the eye, and it was very much deserved. Because I would have probably punched him in the eye. Although I probably would have went for the nose, hoping it would have went up into the brain, but that would have been me.
I would have boxed him into a corner. You didn't have to test, I mean...
Then I would have told him, much to learn you still have, you mother... people have been killed by getting punched in the nose, and apparently there's a little bit of something there, and it'll go up and it'll stab you in the brain and it'll kill you. He said he ducked and fell onto his coffee table. It's even worse. You should have just took the punch to the face, bro.
How about you try something called blocking? Block the punch, not somehow get hit by a coffee table.
Bro got defeated by a coffee table, alright? Chill. I bet you he's not allowed over at the neighbors anymore.
I wonder why.
I wonder why. He says the pun was worth it. The pun was not worth you losing your eyeball for a few days, bud. I'm British. We don't like coffee. You know what's funny? I don't like coffee either. I have too much ADHD for that crap. It tastes nasty too. Like I can't. Wait, so both of them are moving. Neither one of them are keeping the house that they have. That's stupid. I would have fought for the house. Nah, it's my house, you bitch.
Hi, Tony.
Hello.
I don't have school today, so I'm grinding my ass off.
I was gonna grind out that Israeli plane, but after looking at it, it's no different. It's quite literally no different than the one I already have, so, like, I'm not gonna bother.
Yeah. I have a million SL now, so
Like, if it would have had, like, bombs or something on that strapped to the bottom of it, I would have bought it, or got it, but it doesn't have anything, so...
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got the M48A2, and I'm almost at the point where I can get the APFS DS that it gets.
I had fun playing with the Panthers last night. That was fun.
I don't really like the Panthers. They just don't fit how I play.
It's funny because I used to say the same thing about the Panthers. Like, they don't fit how I play, and then I started playing the Panthers, and I was like, dear God, they fit exactly how I play. Because, like, I can't play a Tiger worth of crap. Like, I've played the Tiger 1 and the Tiger 2, and I can't play them.
Tony, listen to what I'm about to say, okay? The only really heavy, quote-unquote, tank that I enjoy is the Tiger 2, because it's light in the heavy tank way. You know what I mean?
The what?
Like, I only enjoy the Tiger 2 heavies, or the Pershing heavies, because their mobility, like, they're on the lighter side of heavy tanks.
Oh, you haven't played the Tiger 2 then, because the Tiger 2 is not mobile, but...
I have played the Tiger 2, Tony. I have both of them speeded. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, no. They're not that mobile, but they're still better than most heavy tanks.
IS-2 is pretty mobile. I like it.
Have you tried barbecued hammers before?
I'm trying to load a train, and you're joking around.
All I do, Tony. You gotta realize.
No! Oh my lord, just hurry up and load the stupid train.
I was playing a farming game on Roblox.
Oh Lord, you and your farming games. I
No,
used
like
to
an
play
actual.
farm. I used to actually play a farming game too, but not anymore.
No, it's like an actual farming game that you have to grind hard for. And I might not have. Why did I sound like Forrest Gump there? Jenny.
Mama always told me life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
I used to play a game called Bang Bang where I bang my head against the wall, and my doctor said since my IQ is so low, I can't consent for anything. Sorry.
Jenny was the love of my life. Then she ran away from me, little hussy. I ran after her in Vietnam. Bubba told me not to. So I started a shrimping business.
Bubba was a cripple.
Yeah, I think that's probably the saddest part in Forrest Gump is the fact that Bubba died.
I haven't really seen Forrest.
And then the fact that like he was talking about like what all happened in Vietnam and the mic got cut off and he was still talking.
Yeah.
And then they cut it back on. He's like, "That's all I have to say about that." And then when he played, and then when he was playing football or whatever, and he met the president, and he drank all those Coca-Colas.
Yeah.
And he's like, "How do you feel about that, son?" "I gotta play." I believe this man had, and then what?
He wasn't exactly intelligent. That's like the whole premise of the movie. He wasn't exactly intelligent, which actually reminds me of someone in the server. Not saying names or anything. City.
But you know what's funny? Tom Hanks is supposedly a Democrat. That's crazy. Because you would figure a man like him would not go for that kind of stuff, but I guess we all have our weird quirks.
Bro. Money's money.
I have been seeing like a lot of things recently where people are talking about what is it? The tolerable, what is it? There's another word, intolerable left or something like that. I can't remember what it is. And it's like, bro, what the world? Because of the fact that the Democrats are like burning Teslas and property and stuff. And it's like people are talking about the Democrats supposedly being tolerable and everything. And it's like, no, they're not. I couldn't tolerate the scumbags now or then. Why do you think I can tolerate them now?
I mean, back then they weren't that bad. Like the
Democrats used to be like the good guys. Now it's like they switched sides. I don't know what happened.
They switched to the dark side.
They were like Anakin. They switched to the wrong side. I have the high ground, Anakin, says Donald Trump to Biden.
Anakin! That's a minor!
Nah, Donald Trump to Biden. I have the high ground, Anakin.
I forgot that guest is a,
I have the high ground, Anakin. I know, I'm corny. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
No, you're fine.
Not okay.
Yeah, I've been busy. That's why I really haven't been active. I was sick on Tuesday.
I'm sick every day. Sick and tired.
Sick and tired of tired?
Tired has been nothing but a pain in the ass.
We know.
Like, he got back into the server right before, like, I added the rule, or added it to where nobody else can invite anybody.
Yeah.
And, he's been pretty calm, but, like, I did message him about the thing. Because I found out about the face and everything, and he's got the whole channel named after me, bro. So, like, I was thinking, like, oh, nobody's gonna know who I am. And, like, freaking everybody's gonna know who the flip I am because of the fact they got my name plastered everywhere. And it pissed me off. And so I reported every single freaking video. And I went and told him, and he's like, no, that's Tremendous's doings or whatever. And it's like, I severely doubt that. Because Tired is the one that has all the not animating, but the YouTuber skills and stuff. I feel like Tired is the one that's doing it. Now, do I believe that Tremendous is hyping him up to continue? Yes, most likely. But, you know, I don't think that Tremendous...
Say something real quick, and you can't
What?
get mad at this. I always knew Tremendous and them were bad influences on, like, City, Potato, Tired.
Do what?
I knew that Tremendous was a bad influence.
Oh yeah, I honestly think so too, because like Tremendous is who started a lot of that crap.
Yeah.
Like, and people don't want to admit that he is, but he is. He started a lot of that crap.
Yeah, no, and I honestly feel bad for getting mad at Tire, Potato, and City.
Yeah, because they wasn't like really trying to do nothing or nothing. I didn't want to kick Potato out. And to be honest, with the new thing where they can't invite anybody, I'd be willing to invite Potato back in.
Yeah, like
if he'd want to, and I gave him the option if he wanted to, he could come back in, but he never said anything back. I'm not letting Tremendous back in here. That's not happening.
Yeah, no. But what I could do is I could tell Potato, hey man, if you have an old that you want to use or something, you can come back.
And then I've thought about letting Tired back in here too. But I don't know about him either, because he was spamming a lot of stuff too. And from what City told me, he was in one of his servers and Tired was spamming the N-word, hard R. So...
I think Tired has one of those little mental things, you know?
I'm not gonna...
Worse than City has. I like to be mean to City. One person other than Tremendous I wouldn't want back in here is those alts or whatever, you know, Freaky Porter, stuff like that.
Who?
Freaky Porter.
I don't remember who that is.
He's the guy we had to get rid of like immediately for talking crap about you when we let him back into the server. Called you I think a faggot or something in a furry.
Oh yeah.
Something like that.
See, one of the things that gets me is,
people like them are one of the reasons I consider talking to you about quitting moderating.
Yeah, I know. But see, we got rid of the issue because now I'm quite literally the only one that can invite people. I've made it to where nobody else can invite anybody. So, like, if I don't trust... Like, I've had several people in streams in War Thunder ask me, hey, can I get invited to the server? And what I'll tell them is, if you're good on the stream for a week, you can get in...
If you're good on the stream for a week, you can come to the server.
Exactly.
I mean, there's times where I act hostile to the people in the stream. But, it's just my way of making sure they can withstand some pressure. I remember one time I did it. They were like, Tony, please kick out the account I was on. I can't remember which account. I think it was the first account. Yeah, it was the first account. That's for you to get rid of me.
You remember, what was his name?
Stapler?
Who?
Stapler?
No, I ain't talking about him. He's a bygone era.
Still try and talk to him, like in his comments on his videos.
Does he answer?
Yeah.
Do you ever mention me?
No.
I
haven't
think
mentioned you. He hasn't mentioned you.
I think he knows that I'm pissed the fact that he didn't tell me why he left. I think he knows. And I think that's why he hasn't bothered to really reach out to me and tell me either. Because he knows that I'm pissed that he didn't tell me.
Yeah, last time I talked to him was on one of his videos where he's like talking about his grind and whatever. I told him, have fun when you get to the KPZ-70. Because it gets a 152, but all the shells except for the APFSDS and the Shillelagh.
How's his channel doing anyway?
Yeah, it's doing decent. He uploaded 2 videos recently. Somewhat.
See, the thing is, that's the thing that pisses me off. It's not the fact that he left. It's the fact that he couldn't get the balls to actually tell me why it was that he left.
Well, he was probably a smaller kid, and he didn't know how to like explain it, so he just didn't feel comfortable trying to. Which is still not a valid excuse, but
Bro, he told us all the time that he had a little brother who was like messing around on his thing. So if that was the case, he told us several times that his brother was doing crap like that. So, which I honestly think that's BS. I think it was him, and then he'd make up that excuse. But, whatever. I don't know for sure. I can't say for sure. But the thing is, like, if I'm being honest, like, just tell me why the flip you left. That's all I asked. And he couldn't even do it. Like, he acted as if it was an issue for him to tell me why it was he left. Me and I think SMFA both asked him why it was that he left, and he would not tell us why it was that he left.
And SMFA thinks he has the right to get mad at me when I try and deal with people who really are breaking rules. He like gets on my case about it.
Why? That's quite literally your job.
Yeah. He just gets on my case about it. Like, you're not supposed to be doing that. Like when I timed out CJ for repeatedly team killing me, which I think is one of the rules we put in.
No, we don't really have a rule for like when we play War Thunder or anything. That's more or less for the server. But like it is like a non-spoken rule. Like don't be team killing people.
Yeah, unless Tony says, okay guys, y'all can just mess around or whatever. Team kill, I don't care.
Which is most of the time.
Yeah. But
Wait.
I was trying to just fly by Haku when he was in his IL2 or whatever when we were doing that stream.
Yeah.
CJ came in with his 262, killed me, and then got mad when I tried to mute him for like 5 minutes.
I don't know. It's like Stapler always like freaking wanted to threaten to leave the server, and I finally just told him. I said, stop threatening and just go. If you're gonna go. Stop threatening to do something, and if you say that you're gonna do it, have the balls to actually do it. And I guess he actually took it to heart and he actually did it. But what I was meaning by that is if you're going to leave, you need to explain why.
Like,
so that I can figure out what it is that I need to do better for my server, so that I can fix it.
Yeah, like in the midst of the tire ordeal or whatever,
Yeah.
I said I was going to leave and I left. Came back, yeah, but
I don't want Stapler back in here because all it was him constantly complaining about things, constantly threatening to leave, and I just got fed up trying to get him to stay. And then he
days,
and
good.
and then he apparently went in and blocked like everybody on the server. And then all it was is he wanted to see how long it would take for people to notice that he was gone. Because when he was talking to SMFA, he made the comment, "Oh, see, y'all finally noticed I was gone." Why would you make that comment unless you really wanted to see how long it would take for us to notice how you had left?
Yeah. One of these days, I'm gonna have to talk to Big Dog about calling me Daddy Boy.
Yeah.
That's another thing that kind of ticks me off. It's just I don't say anything.
Yeah. Just don't be harsh about it. Just say, hey, friggin' please stop. It's uncomfortable.
I've already asked him stuff, but apparently he didn't get the hint, so it's whatever. I'll talk to him about it at a later point.
But I don't know.
Like, I have 2 pet peeves from the server. People DMing me for no reason. Okay, that's a fair thing to be having a pet peeve about. And then Big Dog with his Daddy Boy.
I try not to DM anybody because,
like, I don't care if you DM me because you're a friend, but CJ,
he did that crap just to see how quickly you'd get pissed off at him yesterday. He told me that. He goes, "Oh, he's gonna be so mad at me."
yeah, I was getting close to just kicking him because he won't stop. I've already asked him multiple times. Stop. 38 messages in less than a minute. Actually, less than 15 seconds.
These computer people for you. Hello, how are you? Excavator. Not only excavator, but the excavator. The one and only excavator.
All he DM'd me was E.
Yeah, I noticed that he does that a lot. I don't understand it, but
I don't either. I said stop DMing me unless it's important. He said, "I'm sorry." I was getting close to say, "No, you ain't." How frustrated I was.
I need to go change some stuff around right quick in the gameplay right quick. Let's see. Let's see. Daytime length, let's make that like
20 minutes. Well, I'd say 30 or 40. Depends on the person.
There we go.
Wait. So, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but you said CJ does it to see how long it would take for me to get mad?
He did it yesterday, yeah.
Next time he does it, you know he's getting muted, right?
Well, you're gonna need to tell him that, cause
I'm not telling him, he needs to read the rules. That's why we have rules. Brought to you by our second favorite moderator, SMFA. I like a hierarchy on which moderators I like more.
if I'm being honest, I've been kind of thinking about doing what I said I was gonna do and making that the mod sign up sheet or whatever.
Yeah.
And like basically it would like hold like
all their
how often
information.
how often they can get on Discord a week, how many hours a day they get on Discord, stuff like that, and I would decide based upon that.
After this month, my Discord will be like I'll be more
Yeah,
active.
more or less, you know. It's more or
Well,
less
I
for
have
when
to
the
throw
server
this out
grows,
to
and
you.
I need to start working on it, because once the server starts growing more, I'm going to need more moderators.
Yeah, you have a decent amount right now.
For what we have, yeah, but once the server starts growing more and more, like, we're gonna need more.
You want me to tell you something?
What?
There's one server I'm in. I think it's like 1.4, 1.5. No. Sorry, 700 members. And there's 4 moderators.
How?
I don't know.
Just how in the world do they even get that to work?
I don't know, but it's actually really calm in there.
That's probably why.
No, like these moderators, 2 of them are actually siblings, and they work a lot.
Like in the server, or...
This server. I'm being 100% with you. I've considered trying to bring other games to my channel, but I don't know what games to bring.
It's not that I'm bringing any new games or anything to the channel, it's just more or less that, there's been games that have been requested. Like Repo, I know people have requested that. That's gonna be something next week. And, there's, like, 3 other
Repo?
games that I've wanted to add that
I
are...
love, I love,
I wanna
I
die now.
love. What?
I wanna die now. Just kill me.
No, that's one of the Repo memes. It's someone laying on the floor singing that. I love, I love. I'll shut up now.
Please do.
Okay.
Just all you hear is, please do. He's like, okay. Just so sad.
No, because that's what my girlfriend says, and she doesn't mean it literally. And every time she says that, I say okay, and I mute myself.
There you go. There you go again with your girlfriend stuff.
Sorry.
Bro's not old enough for a girlfriend, in my opinion.
I'm almost 15. I can almost drive.
Bro, I don't think anybody should have a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship until they're at least, like, freaking 17, 18 years old.
And me and her dad are actually on a first name basis.
That's not creepy at all.
No, because me and him actually did work together. Like, we worked together.
What kind of work?
Giving out food to homeless people. Stuff
Oh,
like that.
okay.
What, is that creepy? Tell me?
No. I was gonna make a... Never mind. I'm gonna shut up now.
I want to hear this, actually.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. I'm not telling you. It ain't happening. I'm thinking about, like, doing a question and answer thing for one of my...
What are the funny numbers on the back of your credit card?
What?
What are the funny numbers on the
What are the funny
back of
numbers
your
on the
credit
back of
card?
my credit card? I don't have a credit card, for one. And two, you're not getting those answers. Is we're gonna have to use this
But Tony.
this Y section or whatever it is they built, and we're gonna have to play. And we're gonna have to try not to fall down the mountain here. And
Oh
we're gonna
my
have to-
god, he did it again. Forget. I'm gonna kill guest. He did the calculation again thing.
Man,
We've been calling Republicans as Nazis and Democrats as communists so far, from what I've heard in politics. Yeah, I've been hearing that a lot.
Trump's a Nazi. Trump's a Nazi. Go. I don't want to talk about politics no more, Tony. Pity.
Yeah, we're not. Don't you dare call me that again. I will murder you. I gotta figure out what I'm playing next, and I don't know what I'm gonna play next. Also, don't look at my
I
stream.
always have that screenshot of what you called me.
I'll murder you.
No one attacked my.
I don't even remember what it was I said. And it was pure, it was meant to be like pure jokage, and then you took it like and just.
I pulled a bit of a tired there, I know.
I have no idea how right you are on that.
I'm not gonna say it because we have a small child in the voice call.
Guest is a lot older than you give him credit for being.
Yeah, I know, but still.
I might do a War Thunder stream here in a second. I don't know. I gotta eat something first.
War Hunter.
I'm gonna play Panthers if I do. And the good,
That's supposed to have really.
the good one. Oh, I love the fact that everybody abandoned me. By the way, like quite literally
What?
everybody. On my stream, there's nobody else watching. Hello. Hello.
There's this little guy in his starter tractor trying to ask me if he can help. Bro, no.
Here, y'all can watch me shoot things. I don't know.
I'm gonna shoot myself.
Shoot you.
I bet. Tony's not fat. He's just pleasantly plump.
Presently, I will.
It's just water weight. I'm sorry. I'll shut up now.
May death come upon you.
I hope you get a Spanish splinter.
You know, for some reason, my stream is stuck on Railroads Online.
Come upon you.
Hold on, I think it might be my screen. No, it's. Does anyone else see nothing but like? Does anyone else see nothing but like the Railroads Online emblem? Hold on, let me go to YouTube right quick. See if I can fix it. Because that's what's happening right now, and I can't figure out why.
Can they hear me?
Yes.
Oh man, I was gonna say something mean.
Right quick. Okay, so for some reason now it's not showing my screen. I don't know why it's not doing that.
Is not a tech expert.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm playing a different game, and it's not wanting to show the game now.
I'll have to end the stream and then we start the stream.
I'm not doing all that. That's not happening. Alright, well, since it's broken now, I'm going to just end the stream. How do you reload the scene on OBS? How do you do that?
So you haven't figured out
I've never used OBS.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Me neither. My mom asked my brother when he's going to get a girlfriend, and he said when they're not expensive.
Dang.
No, because my
Display
brother,
capture. Display capture.
my brother, he goes overseas a lot for work, and he doesn't have the money to be able to support him and a woman while
Yeah.
doing the work. So
What are y'all seeing now? Okay, I think I fixed it. I think. Let's see. If I fixed it, thank you, ZXR, because you're a very big help.
later.
Also, we're not going to talk about my background on my computer because it's in celebration of the Zootopia 2 movie that they have announced that's going to be coming out this year.
What?
Zootopia 2 has finally been announced to come out soon this year. The trailer is coming out in June, so I will be reacting to that eventually.
People in my server were finally asking me why I haven't been getting on a lot.
That's sad, the fact that they haven't.
Yeah, it's
Guy
actually one
on
of
the very right is, of course, you say that, ZXR.
Oh, it's like one of the chill people doing it too, like not one of the brain rot ones. Bro, I'm just scoring headshots left and right. I'm playing an airsoft game.
Cool.
Oh my god.
Oh.
What?
Nothing.
Funny.
Nothing. Training. We're going to the training arena. Is this COD? No, this is not COD. This is a game called Squad 44. It is, in my opinion, way better than Call of Duty. It has so much more to offer than COD does. So much more weapons, dear lord. And they're steadily adding more stuff. They just added the Pacific Theater, which is awesome. Alright, so...
I'm playing a funny Roblox airsoft game, and I'm bullying 5-year-olds.
So here is some of the games. You got automatic weapons, pistols. These are American weapons, by the way. Dear God, why is it so... Hold on, let me fix something right quick, because this is going to be an issue for a while. Until I get this working. Is it free? No.
$70.
Performance. There we go. Okay, that should fix that issue.
Me and Tony go way back. More than he would want to admit. Yeah, me and Tony go way back, more than he wants to admit.
Whee!
I've known him for 7 days.
Whee! And then the reloading physics are really nice on this game, too. Grenade!
I'll show you my physics. Wait, what? No.
What?
I didn't say nothing. Definitely didn't say something wrong on accident. It sounded dirty. Definitely not. I'm widowy and capable of doing that. Widowy.
I have a Thompson. Alright, put the hands in the air!
What am I? There's not skate by plane right now has a Thompson. It's just it costs real money. You need
Here
to
we go.
acquire. Oh come
Hey,
on, bro!
this is the good Thompson.
There's no such thing as a good Thompson.
Alright, I'm gonna go walk around with this.
Yeah, job, buddy. I'll just sit here. Wait.
I'm gonna go play with tanks. I know where the tanks are in this map, so I'm gonna go play with them.
Ooh, tank. Where?
Tank.
Oh, come on. No.
Driver
Yeah,
obstacle course. Yeah, we totally need to go to that, right? Yeah, uh-huh. It's gonna take me a lot of running, but I'll get there eventually, guys.
On this cap. Please. I know this ain't War Thunder, but let's get on the cap. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. I should not have to be complaining about these kids not wanting to play the game for its intended purpose. Bro.
Alright, hold on. Let me...
These kids make me want to end it all. Is that bad?
I gotta remember where the tanks are.
Tony, I'm gonna end it all up if I have to play this game. Bro!
So that's where I was just at. That's the airfield.
That potato.
Tanks should be over here somewhere, I think. Oh, this is anti-tank warfare right here. Look at this. We got all the Japanese anti-aircraft guns. Let's see. What's one I want to use here? Let's see. Anti-tank guns. Where are you?
I don't know. Thought we were gonna try and make a comeback from this, guys. Come on. Oh, better than this. Ah, contested. You contested, boy.
Ha ha!
Kill yourself.
Rifle.
Oh my god, this game is ticking me off. Come on. Come on, Roblox game. Oh my god! So tempted to say sorry because these kids. Ah, I'm leaving this lobby. I got put in the unemployment lobby. They put me back in the same lobby, I swear to fucking god. Nope, new lobby. On the map.
Good.
New map? New map.
I'm trying to find where the tanks are in this game.
Movie
I
reference?
think
King
it's
of the
over here. I could be
TV
wrong,
show
but I think it's over here. It'd be great if I could, like...
Tony, I just got killed by someone named Anne Frank 101. I don't think that's supposed to happen.
Anne Frank? That does not sound,
Huh?
not sound right.
Anne Frank.
Guys, does this remind you of anything? We're going hunting.
Hunting?
I have found the tank! I have found the tanks! I have found the tanks! It's not a good idea for me to have any access to tanks, but... Yes, army vehicle. Heavy armor. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's see. I have a wheelies Jeep. Let me deploy that.
Tony, I have a new toy I want to 1v1 you with. Well, I don't have it yet, but I want to 1v1 you later with it. I'm getting the BMP-2M.
Someone said they bet a lollipop I'd crash this, so I'm gonna not crash it now.
I bet this guy who likes wolves will crash a car. I'll bet you 5 whole pennies.
This thing goes up to 60 kilometers an hour. This is sad.
That's 30 miles an hour. That's pretty fast for a tank, Tony.
It's not a tank, it's a Jeep!
Oh, no, that's normal for the Jeeps. Like, they weren't supposed to go that fast. Because the terrain that they were using. I'm Mr. Worldwide.
Look, guys, it's me on an everyday drive. Wee, wee, wee.
Bro, these fucking.
Now, there's a reason that I brought this here and set it in this position. There's a special little kit that you can grab that has anti-armor in it.
These kids make me want to touch myself.
I just have to find where it's at. I think it's in the German one.
Get tagged. Yeah, I'm playing airsoft. I'm using a sniper.
Tank commander. No, we don't want that. Logistics. Here we go.
Oh.
Haha! Here we go. I just have to remember how to use it. I think it's crouch, control. Is it alt? No. C? No. No. I gotta remember how to use this thing. Found it. Alright. C was to deploy the thing. Yeah, there we go. Goodness. I'm a horrible shot. Reload.
God, this sniper is actually low-key fun.
Reload.
Who knew camping in a corner all game would be fun?
Let me see if I can hit the fuel tank.
I'm just chilling on my team.
There it goes.
My team's fun. Telling attack their entire team. These are spawn protect. Oh, come on. I need to
Alright,
be a
let me
less horrible
see
driver.
if I can find the Panzerfaust.
Bozo. Little did he know, my sniper is actually really high velocity.
Okay, now I know that there's a Panzerfaust in here somewhere. Bro, where is my Panzerfaust? Bazooka!
So this one guy just trying to keep on killing me this entire game. I don't have the...
I have a bazooka! I have a bazooka! I have a bazooka!
Bro, these guys think they are so cool because they're just camping.
Alright, so we have that Willys Jeep. We have the Willys Jeep with the machine gun on the back. We have the trucks. We have the half tracks. We have the half track with the anti-tank, which we have in War Thunder. We have the M8 Greyhound. We have the M20 armored utility car, which is something I hope to see in War Thunder soon. What do you want?
I need to get moving. I need to start moving around so that way they don't kill me. Jesus Christ.
Ignition. This is a World War II game.
Where's the Abrams?
Use F1. Okay, hold on. Oh, cool. Eat lead! Dude, that's a nice feature. Reload. Did he just throw the box out like he didn't even care? Bro, that's cool. Alright, guys, we're gonna go driving. Let's go. There is an airfield, too, so I want to head to the airfield. So we're gonna head to the airfield. Because I haven't ever actually flown planes in this game. And apparently there's planes.
Definitely there's planes because there's an airfield.
You know, I love the fact that they work on the interiors of this game. Like, that's really cool. Road? What's a road? This sucker's built for off-roading purposes.
Bro, I've been just sitting in the back sniping, denying them the objective.
That's a river! I should probably use this road. Conveniently placed bridge. Half tracks don't turn, I'll tell you that. Apparently they get stuck too, because I can't drive. Bro, what is keeping me from going this way? Okay, apparently they got an invisible wall on this bridge, so I can't go this way.
I'm almost out of ammo, Tony.
Hello, Panzer! Aw.
I've been camping them so hard, I'm out of ammo, basically. These kids, dude. They're trying to bum rush me. You're not gonna get me.
I'm gonna cross the river, here we go. I crossed the river. I have made it to the airfield. This is not an airfield! I'm not even joking, it's a stupid sniping range! It's not an airfield!
Oh, they finally got me. That's cool. Yeah, no, have fun dealing with me again, dude. Y'all need to up y'all's defense, bro.
It's okay, guys, I got this. Watch this. Reload! Oh, this thing's got a sight on it. Here we go. Oh, time to go. Oh! Wish me luck on the river crossing. This thing gets it.
They finally got me. Oh, don't worry. They can't get me again. Possibly. I don't know.
Who wants to see me use a bazooka?
Tony, I don't think you should be allowed near any kind of weapon. If I'm being 100% with you.
I use the bazooka.
Jesse, I am the one who uses the bazooka.
I'm gonna do something interesting, and I'm gonna grab 2 different types of vehicles over here. One of them's gonna be like a, let's say, oops, wrong button. One's gonna be like a German half-track, and then the other one's gonna be like a really cool. I love the German half-tracks. They look so much cooler than most of the American ones. Because the fact that, like, most of their half-tracks, like, actually go underneath the chassis, too.
Talking about the German half track?
Yeah, the one I'm about to use, if you're paying attention.
Yeah, I like them. Pretty cool.
I like this version of it. Like, I like the way that it looks.
I like the, you know that German half track at 1.3 with that 75 heat launcher? The short barrel one? Same chassis as the 330.
Oh, yeah, that one. I know.
I like that one in particular.
I love the fact it says you can't enter this vehicle unless you're in the section. It says it's an enemy vehicle. Bazooka time.
Super time.
Reload! How do you like me now?
You can let me know, Jenny.
How did that not kill that freaking truck?
Music so sorry if it starts to echo a little bit. Until Tony realizes what I'm listening to.
I'm trying to get into the gunner side of this thing, so. Alright, 2 is that. 3 is that. 4 is the gunner. Alright, hello, bad boy. How are you? Reload!
They were my friends, grammar on their store, and they said shut the fuck up and die.
I love this thing. Alright, so to just show them off, we do have U.S. Marine Corps vehicles, we have Japanese vehicles, we have British, and we have French vehicles. So the Marine Corps vehicles consist of the M4A3 Sherman, the M4A3 Sherman, the M4A2 Sherman, the M5A1 Sherman, the M3A1 Sherman, the M3 light tank, the M2A4 light tank, M3, yeah, just a buttload of Shermans basically, and then a buttload of the LVTs, and that's basically it for them. Let me get the bazooka out of the way. The Japanese don't really have a lot at all, actually. The Japanese, like, have trucks, basically. That's all they got. And then the British have, actually, a decent selection of tanks, believe it or not. They probably have more vehicles than anybody in the game. They have like Sherman Firefly, Matildas, Churchills, M10s, Cromwells. They even have a Vickers Mark, whatever the flip that one is. And then we have La French. And they even get weird vehicles. Dude, wait, hold on. Why is there a luxury car as one of the vehicles?
Uh-huh.
Wait.
I'm gonna drive around in my luxury black car for no reason. Anyway, that is what this game is about. Anyway, that is what I wanted to show you guys. I hope everybody has a lovely day. I'm going to go eat, and then I am going to go and maybe possibly stream some more Thunder. So I hope everybody has a lovely day, and remember, most people